What's up, everybody? We're here at CineGear, here with my girl Valentina Vee. How are you?
TechNicki, you know, just surviving and thriving. That's what's happening right now.
Surviving and thriving. What are you doing here at Aputure?
I work with Aputure a couple times a month. I'm their resident pro. That's like
Yes,
the
you are a
actual
resident pro.
name of it. Basically, I'm there to provide a face for people, to do Instagram stories, and to host their YouTube channel.
I have to say, I've been following you for the longest time. I don't know if you knew that
I did
she
not
had
know
a little stalker. I recognized your name in all Michelle Phan's videos. That's
know
how
you knew this.
way back I knew you, because it was so awesome to see more females behind the camera editing, directing, DPing, producing, and you were one of the few actually out there with a public presence. And seeing your name, like, I got to meet her. And then last year at NAB, you were speaking on the Gals and Gear panel, and then this past time at NAB, I just got to know you in a better and different light. And I don't know if you ever knew that.
I did not know that. I think it's important though to be like out there. Like I think what you're doing is really great actually, because I think when other women see us in front of the camera, they're inspired to do it too.
Yes.
And so a lot of times I'm scared to go in front of the camera just because it's not what I do. And I'm also scared of letting people know that I'm a host, because they'll be like, "Oh, you're a host now. You're not a DP." It's like, no, I still shoot, I still direct, but I also show up for my girls.
Being taken seriously has been such a huge thing in this industry.
Yeah.
What have been some of the challenges, and how do you combat that?
It's funny because the second you post a video of your own face on your Facebook account, everyone for some reason thinks that that's the only thing you do. So I did this one video with Nat Geo like 3 years ago, and I still have friends of mine who are coming up and they're like, "How's it going hosting for Nat Geo?" I'm like, I've literally directed an Emmy-nominated TV show. Do you not know this?
Yeah.
How do people not know this? It's hard, and it's also hard to be in conventions such as this because you can't tell, but it's like a sausage fest here.
Yeah.
And
You know, it is when the line for the men is longer than the line for the women.
that's actually a perk. But yeah, it's hard to be like the lone female. Like here at the Aputure booth, I'm actually the only female here, and it's like every single time you answer a question, you have to nail it, right? Because if you don't know everything, if you're not the most professional person, then they'll write you off as it's just that girl that knows nothing. So it's a lot more pressure.
Totally. Solidarity, sister, like that has literally been the thing. And that's why I think with interviews too, it's nice because you get it from their mouth. It's not me saying what it is, but it's also empowering when you are saying what it is, teaching everybody on how to light a scene or how to set your settings for cameras and stuff like that.
I also think, actually, I don't know if you found this, but interviewing people and teaching things teaches you more stuff too. So when on the Aputure channel, I'm interviewing DPs, and they bring out these like terms like nonchalantly, and it's something I don't know what it is. Like, what's a WAG flag? I have no idea. Like, I'm learning so much, and I'm able to ask them, and they're teaching me so much too. So I feel like hosting is good, but hosting a show about cinematography, that's increasing my own skills as well. So it's like a double whammy. I'm there for the girls and I'm increasing my own skills.
Absolutely. And tell me what projects you're working on right now.
So I just got off a 2-month trip all over the world. I was directing and shooting a travel show about photography. So now I have to edit it. Yeah.
Editing is always kind of fun and not fun at the same time. Do you kind of sway more on the fun or not fun side?
There's parts of it that are fun, like actual editing is fun. The compiling, the metadata, the string outs, all of that I wish I had an assistant editor for. But the idea behind this is we shot the show an entire season, 13 episodes. It's a concept. And then we can go to a Netflix, to a Hulu, and be like, look, here's what one person can do. Give us some money, and then I can get myself some assistants. That would be amazing.
What is the ultimate where you want to be, and how can people help?
Well, eventually I would love to be something like creative director of National Geographic. Like, I would love to control teams of people and not necessarily do everything myself with my hands. I understand DPs who want to do that and people that's their whole life, but I understand my body's not always going to be this like spry and nimble, and I need like a plan for the future. So I'm definitely looking at more of like the executive track down the way, and that way I also have a lot more power to hire diverse crews.
Absolutely. Speak on that diversity, girl. I mean, there's always, you know, women make up less than 4% in terms of cinematographers and directors. And on top of that, women of color, even less than that. Has that been a challenge for you getting into the room?
It's actually better now because people are seeking out diversity. So I see myself being a woman as a very big advantage. A lot of times at these conventions, I'm on a panel and it's like me and 4 60-year-old white men.
Yeah.
And I think, okay, sometimes you feel a little bit of like imposter syndrome, like, why am I here? Like, clearly I don't fit the profile. And then you think, well, I must be here for a reason, because if I wasn't here, who would be here? Nobody.
Yes.
Or another white man.
Yeah.
So it is an advantage, I see. And honestly, like, I'm not afraid of honestly playing that card. Like, play all the cards you have. And if you're a female, that's okay. Play the female card. Get ahead. Because guess what? That's what every man is doing with all the other cards he has.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Anything you would like to say? Where can people find you? How can they support you?
Oh, you can follow me on Twitter for every RuPaul's Drag Race meme that you can. Honestly, I don't care about, I'm sorry, but I don't care about like people following me. I care about the work that I do and supporting other people.
Yeah.
So if
where can people go to get inspired by you? That's the question.
Instagram, Valentina.Vee, Instagram stories, I'm very into it, or Twitter.
Well, thank you so much. This has been a dream interview since knowing of you since Michelle Phan days, and so great to talk to you about what you're doing. So thank you for doing all you do and pushing women forward in media.
Thank you, Nikki.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
This next light is the super affordable, portable, and lightweight Aputure Amaran M9 light. It fits in my pocket. I can use it as a freestanding selfie light, and if I want, I could attach it to my camera with the included shoe mount. Screw it on here, and there you go.